Well, one last time here for the regular season before we head to postseason play. It's the BJU Bruins back in the friendly confines of the Davis Fieldhouse on the campus of Bob Jones University in Greenville, South Carolina. I'm Nate Warwick here to bring you the action as it happens as we have yet another installment of the Battle of the Bruins. Carolina University here in town. Familiar foes for BJU, and I'll have to, as I always do with this matchup, have to be careful to not just refer to the Bruins, as both schools sport the Bruins mascot. But Carolina 15-7 on the year. BJU 24-10 and has won 5 in a row. Carolina coming off of a very close 5-set match against Spartanburg Methodist. But of the BJU losses, one of them came to these Carolina University Bruins. That was earlier this season. It's a 4-set match. This is the 16th time overall these two squads have met. BJU does lead the series 11-4, but as just mentioned, did get the better of BJU earlier in the season. Should be a good one here this evening. Last time out, BJU had a hard-fought 4-set match against Pfeiffer. They were able to come up with the win. This is the final match for BJU before they head to the NCCAA Division II Regionals. That'll be in Toccoa Falls, Georgia this year. A little bit of miscommunication on the BJU side, but they get it sorted. Able to get it across. Carolina with the response, and that's into the net. BJU strikes first. BJU on the right in the darker uniforms, and then in the navy and gold on the left is Carolina. Set up on the outside. That one sent well long. BJU takes the first two. Both teams sporting athletes from all across the country. You look down Carolina universities, which they're based up in North Carolina. Carolina strikes for a point there. Look at the states they have pulled from. You've got Texas, North Carolina, Nevada, Arizona, Georgia. You have the country of Columbia. And you have Florida, Maryland. Quite a wide range, and then multiple players from several of those places. Free ball going to come up short. Carolina evens it up 2-2. And on the Bruins side, you've got the Dominican Republic, South Carolina, North Carolina, Michigan, Virginia, Pennsylvania. Both teams with some pretty good cross-country representation. Soft touch, and that's going to just barely make it over the block. And Carolina, after dropping the first 2 points, has taken the last 3 in a row. Camera King, senior out of Good Hope, Georgia, will continue to serve. Much better serve reception that time. Set up on the outside, pushed wide, and that'll be an attack error. So make it 4 in a row for Carolina. Good pass here, set up right in the middle. Thundered down. BJU takes back control behind Hannah Goodwin. Bethany Stell gets an ace. Ties things up here at 4 apiece. Again, based on what we saw earlier this year, I would expect a very good match. Back-to-back aces for Estelle. I would expect a very close match here. Set up here on the near side. Soft tap. Punched all the way across on one hit. It's by Lloyd. Soft tap here. Tap is wide. And BJU now on a little mini run again. Seen Carolina go to those soft touches here early and often to circumvent the Bruins block, or BJU's block, I should say. Setter's dump is perfect, and Carolina moves back within one. Serving is going to be just checked into the game. Catching a number here. That is Emma Grace Dubuck, sophomore out of Broadway, North Carolina. Bet it is fun getting to tell people you're from Broadway. Right down the line. That's a kill for Faith Blaylock. And Lloyd, junior libero for BJU. Out of Moore, South Carolina. On the serve here. Going deep to the corner. That's an ace. And Sarah Elizabeth Samuels had to be careful there. Almost went into the ladder. Another serve upcoming here for Lloyd. BJU already with 3 aces early in this set. Almost got a fourth there. Diving effort. Soft touch of their own. BJU trying to give Carolina a little taste of their own medicine. That's right down the line. Kill for Samuels. Sophomore out of Texas. Now it's the libero for Carolina. On the serve here, it's Rebecca Walker, senior out of Lakeland, Florida. Set up here, going into the middle. Walker with the dig. Set to the outside. Again, the short tap. That one came all the way back across and just kind of awkwardly ended up going out of bounds off of Samuels. Definitely not the way anybody drew that one up, but BJU will take the point. Stephanie Burke in up front, and Lois Vito in to serve. Down the line. Set up here on the near side. Vito pops it up. Wade able to get under it, and that one, nice dig from Walker. On cross court, Lloyd with a nice dig. Set up here, down the line, blocked. BJU will get another chance at this one. Cross court, and that's a good one from Blaylock. Great rally there, and expect a lot more to come here this evening. Glad you're able to join us here this Tuesday evening for the regular season finale. Another ace. BJU trying to keep the momentum going. 5-match win streak coming into this one. This is a rescheduled game, which is another nice dig for Lloyd. Kind of explains the slightly odd timing. Set up here in the middle, and that's going to be another kill. This one for Lewis. BJU off to a great start here in set number 1. Opened up a 6-point lead, 12-6. In case you're not as familiar with this level, another ace! And BJU is dialed in on the serve this evening. And we're going to have a timeout, Carolina. Finish that previous thought. In case you weren't as familiar with this level of collegiate volleyball, as you've no doubt noticed, on every single serve, somebody gets a point, whether you were serving or not. Rally scoring is the name of that style. And each set is played to 25, but you have to win by at least 2. And it's best 3 sets out of 5. So the Bruins off to a great start here in set number 1, up 13-6. BJU Bruins specifically, up 13-6. I want to thank Chick-fil-A of Taylors. They're a proud partner of your BJU Bruins. Chick-fil-A of Taylors is located just a few miles from BJU on Wade Hampton Boulevard. Be sure to check them out today. Maybe if you haven't grabbed your dinner yet, swing by there and grab some. I am eagerly anticipating the return of the peppermint milkshake. Always a highlight. Well, the Bruins have had plenty of highlights in their play thus far in this first part of the first set. Hoping to keep the momentum going. Oh, timeout. One of the big outliers has been the service game. 4 or 5 aces here in the first set already, including one from Beto just moments ago. Put some power on this one. It's a great pass, though. Set up and good effort on the backside as Stell tried to get underneath that one and could not. So Carolina gets exactly what they wanted out of that timeout. Substitution here is we're going to have Savannah Poor, sophomore out of Grand Prairie, Texas, sub in for Samuels. Good pass here to Beto, set up on the outside, powered through. That'll be a kill for the Bruins. BJU specifically. Old habits die hard. Faith Blaylock on the serve here for BJU. It's a deep serve. Short set. That one was touched by the block, so that'll go back to Carolina. Another substitution coming in here, as that is Cyan Moraine checking in up front. Good pass from Lloyd, set up here on the far side. It's going to be another kill as that one deflected about 5 rows up. I'll send Lewis back to serve. We're able to successfully retrieve the ball from the stands, and now we are ready to go. Lewis serving for BJU. It's a good serve. And it's going to be a free ball. Really did a lot with it and ended up getting a kill out of it. Really nice job by Carolina there, salvaging what looked like it's going to be kind of a broken play. Able to make it work for them, and Carolina is back within 6. I would be very surprised at any overly lopsided scores. There's a nice cross-court kill from Goodwin. Bruins have looked very solid here in this first set. So obviously they are hoping to keep this margin wide and win the set comfortably, but don't be surprised if it ends up being a little closer than what we see right now. Another good serve. Been a theme down the line. That is going to be a kill. A lot of power on those. Bruins have struggled a couple times to handle that power. Good setup from Carolina. Set up here on the near side, blocked but out of bounds. Another kill for Goodwin. You usually count on her for at least a few every set. It's been the case here in this first set as well. Goodwin just a sophomore. Bruins actually as a whole relatively young. Only one senior that regularly is in the starting squad. That's Faith Blaylock. have a handful of juniors, but then everybody else underclassmen. The future is bright for these BJU squad. Emma Grace Dubuck on the serve here for Carolina, who are hanging around, keeping it at about that 6-point deficit or so. The Bruins slowly inching closer, taking this first set. Set up here on the near side. That is a nice cross-court kill for Samuels. That one has Coach Denny a little animated on the sideline. Brings Carolina within 5. Carolina has used one timeout. BJU still with both of theirs. Both coaches are allotted 2 timeouts per set. No more, no less. Free ball for Carolina. Well placed, though. Set up on the near side, off the block. Lloyd able to get underneath it. Set across for Blaylock. Off the block and down. Past the diving reach of Walker. So you are not required to use your 2 timeouts each set, but if you don't get to carry any of them over. Lloyd on the serve for BJU. 18-12. Teams have basically traded points for the last several minutes. That one blocked initially, but lands on the wrong side of the net. And Carolina will take over with Rebecca Walker serving. Substitution in up front as Nicole Leza comes out and Haley Stoll comes in. Set up here on the far side. Walker on the dig. Near side attack. Now that is in. Samuels has been dialed in. She's been responsible for a lot of the hardest hit balls this evening. And Carolina now within 4. Again, mentioned it earlier when BJU is up 7. Don't expect this to be a blowout. But right away coming back with the answer is Blaylock with the kill for BJ. Brings the lead back up to 5. Expect a lot of this throughout the evening. A lot of back and forth, tightly contested points. Been an entertaining first set here so far. 19-14 BJU. Short serve from Beto. Carolina has also adjusted well. That's a rare mishit from Samuels. It's been on target for the most part thus far this evening. Overall, BJU early on was getting a bunch of aces. Carolina has adjusted well to prevent the flurry of them that were earlier. Beto able to keep it alive. Free ball here. Carolina sets up the offense. Set across, and that's a beautiful strike. Down the line. I believe that was Kamoli, sophomore out of Arizona. Carolina back within 5. Familiar story here throughout the first set. Savannah Poor on the serve. And the Bruins just creeping closer and closer to that 25 on the scoreboard. And that one is struck wide. Attack error gives it to Carolina. And they could potentially come within 3 here. Again, Coach Denny still sitting on both timeouts, should she need them. That's mishit. Kept alive and free ball, but it is over. Great effort. Blocked up front. Walker gets to it. Second effort. Push toward the back corner. Bruins are there. Set up for Blaylock. Great effort by Walker to keep that point alive. This is probably the best rally we've had so far, and it's a crucial point. Another good dig. Set up here on the near side. Cross court. Beto's there. Set up for Blaylock and blocked down. Might have actually just hit the net. Either way, it is Carolina's point, and we will have a timeout. BJU Hard-fought point there, but it goes Carolina's way. And they are threatening to snatch this first set away from BJ, who has controlled it almost from the opening point. Built up a little lead at the beginning, gave it up, then took it right back, and they've been in control vast majority of this set. Carolina, as expected, refusing to go away, trails by just 3, but to BJU's credit, they are still in the driver's seat, are still up by 3, and are 5 points away from claiming the first set. FCI Agency is an insurance broker that provides auto, home, life, and business insurance. You have enough choices to make, so make one that always gets you the best rate. You can check them out online at fcisc.com. Here we go, out of the timeout. Carolina serving, trying to narrow this to just a 2-point deficit. BJU trying to widen the gap. That one's blocked, kept alive, punched right back. Blaylock right on top of it. And BJU comes out exactly the way they hoped out of the timeout. Both teams with 1 timeout remaining. BJU a little bit more of a cushion, up by 4. This one's going to come all the way back across. Great chance. Jousted the net. And it's won by BJU. Emily Lewis. A key joust win there. And back-to-back points from BJU have them just 3 points away from set number 1. Short serve. That's going to be a back row hit. So free ball here for BJU. Set across. A lot of power on that one. It's going to go out of bounds. Estelle with the kill. And just like that, BJU has doubled their advantage and they're back up by 6. They have responded, I think, exactly as Coach Denny would have wanted. What a save by Walker to keep that from being an ace. So that one caught a lot of the net. Short touch kept alive. Chance here on the outside. Another short tap, but it's out of bounds. 4 in a row for BJU, and it's set point. Set point, BJU. Set up on the far side. Lloyd with the dig. There it is! And BJU, after looking like Carolina might sneak back into it, takes 5 points in a row out of the timeout and ends up winning the first set deceptively comfortably on the scoreboard, 25-17. Second set coming up. Don't want to miss it. Here we go. Battle of the Bruins, round 2, set 2. Carolina took the first matchup between these two teams earlier this year, 3-1. BJU has taken the first set here this evening. Teams have swapped sides. BJU on the left, Carolina on the right. Well, the score indicates that BJU won that one by 8 points in the first set, but a little bit deceptive as it was 20-17. Carolina was really starting to put together some momentum. BJU took a timeout and proceeded to rattle off the next 5 points in a row to claim the set. See if they carry over that momentum here into set number 2, or if Carolina is able to raise the bar. Well, BJU takes the first one. Big kill from Goodwin through the block on the far side. That'll send Estelle back to serve. She had a couple aces early on in the first set. So big strength for BJU in the early going was their service game. It was still strong throughout, but they were able to, or Carolina rather, was able to adjust and prevent some of those aces. We just saw Carolina use one of their strongest tactics throughout the early part of the first set, which is that soft tap over the block, finding that gap between the block and the back line. Serve here goes the wrong way off of Stell, and Carolina up 2-1. Ace goes to Emma Grace Dubuck. Set up here on the near side, that's into the net. Relatively rare mistake from Goodwin. Another attack error. BJU just a little bit sloppy here in the early going. Carolina capitalizing. Set up here on the near side. Didn't get a lot of it, but got it in the right spot. Sometimes you don't need much on it if you can put it in the right place. Good serve. Set up in the middle. And it's going to go out of bounds off of Prater. Carolina off to a strong start. Set up here, that one's into the middle, diving effort. Tapped over, chance here for BJU. Down the line, relatively easy dig there for King. Blocked up front! Huge block for BJU. It's the type of play that gets the team fired up right there. And BJU takes over, trailing by 2, 3-5. Beto on the serve. Set. And a couple big blocks for BJU. Has them back within 1. Short serve, a little too short. Set up here on the near side, through the block, kept alive, pushed to the back corner. A little bit of miscommunication there. Lloyd got a piece of it, but may have hindered a teammate from getting it. And Carolina takes back over, and Poor will serve. Big strike on the near side and give Blaylock another kill for the night. She'll rotate back to serve. Going to be a free ball here for BJU. See what they can do with it. A little bit of a rough pass there. Beto ended up dumping it over. Another chance here. Much better setup that time, and Lewis capitalizes. That one made it back in play. Didn't know if it went on the wrong side. And that one's in. Nice block. Carolina with one of their biggest blocks of the evening. Both teams ratcheting up the intensity here in set number 2. No surprise there. Carolina with the 8-6 lead as Kamoli will serve. And that's going to be an ace. Again, Stell. Set up on the near side. Was probably going to go long, but instead, Kamoli offered at it. And it's BJU's point. Lewis on the serve. Been an enjoyable one so far. BJU leading 1-0, but Carolina leading 9-7. Make that 9-8 here in set number 2. It's another ace. This one off the hand of Lewis. BJU looking to tie things up here in the second. Another good serve. Bump set. BJU able to cover that attack into the middle. Was that a net violation? It was. It would have been a kill anyway. So ultimately didn't make much difference, but we are all tied up at 9 apiece. A lot of power on that serve and give it another ace. Emily Lewis, 2 aces in this run of serve, and it has given BJU the lead. That might have been the hardest hit serve I have seen thus far this evening. Took a little bit off that one, still potent enough. Blocked up front. Kept alive, though. This is going to be a free ball. BJU setting up the offense in the middle. That one's well up into the stands. And BJU rolling here after a bit of a slow start. Lost 4 of the first 5 points, but they have bounced back nicely here. Looking to build on this 2-point lead. A little bit too much power on that one, but still a great run of serve for Lewis. Helps put BJU back in front. And Carolina will serve trailing 10-11 here in the second. Serve is relatively short. Handled well, though. Blocked but out of bounds. Another kill for Goodwin. Serve coming up here for Haley Prater. Setter's dump denied. Goodwin was ready. Didn't get that one quite high enough to get it over Goodwin, and Goodwin made her pay. BJU with their largest lead of the set, 13-10. Set up here to the far side, cross court. Racing for it, not going to get there. Carolina takes back over. 13-11. Camera King on the serve. Setter's dump. Nice slide over there to cover that one. A lot of power on that strike. Nice dig though. Soft touch. And BJU feeling it. That was Estelle coming up with the perfect placement on that one. She'll come back to serve. She's had some good ones here already this evening. Another good one there. Came almost all the way across. And I believe that's going to be an illegal hit on Carolina. No? Well, that was the initial signal, but now it looks like they're giving it to Carolina. I think they're saying BJU touched it on Carolina's side of the net. I think. That appears to be the explanation. So BJU not the winner of that point. So Carolina will serve down 2. Pump set here on the far side. Blaylock gets the kill. Well, BJU wastes no time lamenting that previous point. Bounces back immediately. And now Lloyd will serve. Both teams looking pretty sharp overall here in set number 2. BJU a little shaky on the offensive side in the early goings of the second set, but they have seemed to pretty much iron out those issues as the set has gone on. Nice coverage there by Lloyd. Free ball for Carolina. Set up here on the far side. Another good dig. Cross court. Nicely received by King. That one back corner. Just missed. Great rally. Had the right idea, had that line open, but just pushed it a smidge wide. Now it'll be Walker on the serve for Carolina. They actually led for a good portion of this first set. Currently on the wrong end of a now 16-13 scoreline. Beto and Burke back in for BJU. Great serve. Almost an ace. It's a nice cross-court attack. Well defended by Burke. Another chance here. Beto setting up on the outside. Blaylock. That was going to come all the way back across and out of bounds. Another kill for Faith Blaylock. Mentioned she is the lone senior in the starting lineup. She has provided some steady play all season long. And occasionally, we've seen her make the spectacular look mundane. Free ball here for Carolina. That one Was it touched? They said it was touched by the block. So that's going to be out of bounds for Carolina. Or for a Carolina point, I should say. Poor on the serve. Set up here on the near side, cross court. Received well by King. Down the line, kept alive, free ball. Nicely done by BJU. Good dig from Lloyd. Set up here in the middle, blocked. Beto pushes it to the back corner. Walker is there. Carolina, another setup, another block. Still alive, however. Set up on the far side. Lloyd with the reception. Set up here on the near side, back corner, Walker, no issues. Setter's dump, Lloyd there again. Setter's dump, and this time, we're still going. All the way back across and out of bounds. What a point. That was the rally of the night. What a play. About 6 different times on both sides. Fantastic point. But it does go the way of Carolina. And we'll see if that ends up being a turning point for them, or if, as they have done so many times in the set, BJU is able to just snatch it right back. What a rally that was. And BJU gets it right back, because Poor with a very rare service error. We haven't had many of those in this match. Both teams have really been quite solid on the serve for the most part. Kind of a momentum killer there. That one probably would have been out of bounds. Instead, it's going to be a free ball. Set up here in the middle, and BJU capitalizes. Powering through was Emily Lewis. BJU now up by 4. Blaylock to serve. For what it's worth, both coaches still have both timeouts. Setter's dump for Beto again. Gets it all the way across on one hit. Down the line. Another free ball for BJU. Set up here for Lewis. Another kill. Emily Lewis having a nice rotation up front. Really a good match overall. And BJU starting to get a little bit of separation here. And we'll see the first time out of the set. Carolina calls their first. Well, conveniently located off of I-385 and just 5 miles from downtown, the Courtyard Greenville Haywood Mall Hotel wants to give you 10% off the best available daily rate. Their on-site bistro serves Starbucks, breakfast, and dinner with a seasonal outdoor pool with fire pit and grill available. You can learn more at Marriott.com. Again, that is the Courtyard Greenville Haywood Mall Hotel.
Here's another word from the student athlete, MVP.
So, Battle of the Bruins living up to the hype thus far. BJU took set number 1. Carolina got off to a really strong start here in set number 2, but BJU answered back and is slowly starting to pull away. Have the 5-point lead, 5 points away from taking this second set. Here we go. Out of the timeout, BJU will continue to serve. It's Blaylock. Carolina hoping to reverse their fortunes here. That one blocked up front. Lewis and Burke were there. And BJU with their largest lead of the set. Short serve, ace! Perfectly placed from Blaylock. And the timeout has not slowed down BJU at all. Another great serve. This one, another ace. Back-to-back from Blaylock. This one won't be an ace, but it is a good serve. Soft touch, and Carolina gets one back here. Substitutions for Carolina. Moraine back in, up front. Good serve down the line, set up here on the near side. Caught a hefty portion of the net, but got over. Walker with the dig, soft touch. Nice job by Beto, she was ready for it. Set up here. Backside, racing for it, got it. Free ball here, BJU. One goes the wrong way off Beto, kept alive though. Back corner, Walker is there. Pushed to the back corner. Another chance here for BJU, soft touch, perfectly placed. It's Estelle again with the kill. And it's set point BJU. Emily Lewis will try to wrap it up. She had a critical run of serve that saw BJU take the lead, a lead that they have not since relinquished. And how fitting, another ace to wrap up this second set. Again, BJU shifts it into another gear late in the set, pulls away, takes it 25-16. 2 sets to none lead for BJU. Set 3 coming up in 3 minutes. 2 sets in the books. At least one more to go. BJU hoping it is only one more to go. BJU taking the first 2 sets 25-17 and 25-16 in sets that were really much closer than those scores would indicate. In both cases, BJU just pulled away down the stretch in what had been an otherwise very close set. First set was 20-17 at one point. Second set was tied 10-10, and Carolina was within 2 points even relatively late into, that's 4 hits, into the latter stages of that set. Free ball here for Carolina. Set up on the far side, blocked. And that one is going to be BJU's point. BJU trying to win their 6th consecutive match. Bit of miscommunication there and ended up not getting it over. So BJU will say thank you very much for the free point. Set up here in the middle. Perfectly executed there by Moraine. She'll get the kill. Dubuck on the serve for Carolina. Free ball for Carolina here. Set up on the near side, cross court. No problem there for Prater. Soft touch, blocked down, kept alive, and it's over. Another soft touch, still kept alive, pushed to the side, and BJU takes the point. There's one thing that has really characterized the team this year. It has been their refusal to give up on points. They have done a phenomenal job throughout the year of just being unrelenting. Another block up front. Short serve. Received well by Walker. It's down the line and well wide. Was it touched? It was not. Just mishit. And BJU in control here early. A strong serve from Lloyd. Set up here on the near side, cross court, nice dig. Free ball upcoming for Carolina. Blocked up front. And again, it wasn't the prettiest getting over to the other side on that free ball. But BJU just finds a way to get it over, keep the point alive, and just make the next play. And you saw it there, getting it across and then coming with the big block on the Carolina attack. The hits aren't always pretty, but they do such a good job of just battling for points. I think it's a big reason why we're seeing a significant difference in the way this match has played out, at least thus far, compared to what we saw when these teams met earlier this year. Soft touch. Diving effort, not enough. And Carolina within 2. Serve is received well, set up here for Blaylock. Nice little cross-court move on that one. Found some wide open floor. Beto in to serve, Birkin up front. As BJU trying to make this a sweep. A lot of work to go yet, but off to a good start, up 7-4. One cross court, nice dig by Lloyd. She's had a number of really good plays today. Blaylock, a little bit too much power on that one that time. Not a bad idea, though. Samuel's out, pour in, and will serve. Carolina has kept all three sets very close up until the last stretch. They gave up 5 points in a row to end. Oh, it's a great soft touch there. Another kill for BJU. Carolina lost the last 5 points in a row of set number 1 and lost close to that in set number 2. I think it was like 7 out of 8 or something to that effect. And we'll see how this third set plays out, but they just have not been able to kick it into that next gear when they've needed to. That one off the block, kept alive, but it is going to eventually find the floor. And again, Carolina is sticking around, trailing by just 2 here in the still somewhat early stages of the third set. BJU up 8-6. Blocked initially. Chance here for Estelle. It's into the middle. No issues on the reception. Soft touch and well placed. Right between 2 different diving BJU Bruins. Carolina could tie it here. Set up here, big strike all the way back across on one hit. Another chance, this time it's good. Another kill for Lewis. We'll rotate back to serve. She had 3 aces in the last set, including the set winner. We have seen her put some serious power behind these serves. That one, no exception. It is handled pretty well, though. Blocked up front. It's Goodwin. Hannah Goodwin has been highly effective in her play up front all throughout the match. With a big solo block there. One goes the wrong way off the serve. This is going to be a free ball for BJU. Beto sets it up. Another kill for Goodwin. Another great serve from Lewis. Was received very well, though. Down the line. That's going to get all the way across. Miss hit. And it's going to be another point for BJ. Again, just get it over. Live to see another point. And that's been often successful today. Largest lead. That one a little too strong. Heads up play there by Walker, letting that one go. Good senior move there. But again, another effective stretch of serves for Lewis. As BJU now up by 4, 12-8. Set across here for Goodwin. Gonna come almost all the way back across to the net. It is hit over on the second hit. Set up for a back row attack. A little bit of miscommunication there on who is going to get that second touch. Another kill for Goodwin. racking them up here in this third set. Prater in to serve, Goldstrom in up front. A lot of power on that one. Got it into the corner, and it was touched. So either way, that was going to be a Carolina point. Samuels back in up front. She's had some excellent plays in this match thus far. Set across here. Touched into the middle. King was there on the coverage. Samuels goes cross court. Dug successfully. This is going to be a free ball. And it's, again, going to go down as a kill as Suarez gave a great effort at it, but just was too far away. BJU looking for their largest lead of the set here. Estelle on the serve. That one airmailed. So BJU with some rare miscues on the service game. It has been incredibly strong through the first two sets, but a few miscues here in set three. Still with the 4-point lead, though. Well, Carolina gifts one right back. So that one goes wide rather than long. Goodwin comes out, but what a rotation she had. Now you've got Lewis in up front. She's been just as capable. That's almost an ace. Set across. Somehow BJU got it over. Just kind of been the story. But then Lewis comes up with the joust win at the net. Largest lead for BJU of the set. 16-10. And they've already taken the first two sets, 25-17 and 25-16. Trying to avenge a loss to these Carolina Bruins earlier in the season. Setter's dump is executed to perfection. Carolina takes back over, and it'll be Walker on the serve. Stoll in up front for Carolina. Set up here, off the block, and down. Another kill. Here's Beto. Down the line. Set up here for Samuels. Hit wide. Untouched. BJU. Another point, and they lead by 7. Both coaches still with both timeouts. Blocked up front. Tried to go down the line, and BJU said, not today. Lewis and Burke were over there on the defense. And as they have in the previous two sets, BJU pulling away in the later stages. Another block! It's Lewis and Burke again. (20-11). Another good serve. Set up here on the near side, off the block. Good dig. Set up for Blaylock, down the line and in. Another kill for Faith Blaylock. And there's just something about the latter parts of these sets that is just, in all three occasions, kicked BJU into another gear. And now they have a double-digit lead. We'll see that one go away as it's well placed. Lloyd unable to save it. But Carolina facing a very steep hill here, trailing by 9. And BJU just 4 points away from claiming the match and avenging that earlier season loss. Soft touch. It's going to not make it back over. BJU 3 points away as Blaylock goes back to serve. Short serve. Walker there. Set up. Dug by Beto off the net, and Nagamil will get that over. That's 4 hits. Good effort, but not going to get it. Carolina keeping slim hopes alive here in the third set. Will it be too little too late? Suarez back to serve. That one sent long. Not a good, there's rarely a good time for a service error, but Carolina can ill afford one right now. Climb is difficult enough as it is. 23-13. Beto there on the coverage. Set back across, blocked. And give Carolina the point. 23-14. Walker will serve. Or no, rather, she'll hand it off instead. It's going to be Leza on the serve instead. Carolina almost out of chances. Goodwin gets blocked. Nod and King on the rejection. Bit of a mishit there. Free ball for Carolina. Tap back over. Soft touch. Well received. Set on the back side. Just barely got it over. And blocked up front. Still live, though. Still live. BJU setting up the offense. Is going to be a back row attack from Blaylock. That goes into the net. And Carolina fighting to stay in this one. Timeout, BJU. Had a double-digit lead. It shrunk down to 7. They're just 2 points away from claiming the match. Well, looking ahead to later this week, we mentioned this was the last volleyball home game here in the Fieldhouse, but the Fieldhouse will be busy on Thursday as it will be the regular season basketball home opener for the Lady Bruins. Be sure you can come out and join us for that if you can. If not, we'll have it for you right here on the webcast as always. And for both volleyball and basketball information and any other Bruins sport that strikes your fancy, encourage you to check out the Bruins website, BJUBruins.com. You can find all the information you could need, whether it's previews, game recaps, upcoming schedules, post-game interviews, lots of great stuff and more, all on BJUBruins.com. Well, this Battle of the Bruins has played out much differently than it did earlier this season. But BJU on the brink of taking this one in straight sets. Took the first 2 sets 25-17 and 25-16. Up 23-16 here in the third. But Carolina trying to make an improbable comeback here in set number 3. trailed by double digits. Here comes the serve. It's an ace. Untouched by Leza. Well, if you're Carolina, you can't come out of a timeout any better than that. Chance here for BJU. Kept alive, free ball. Offense is set up. Goodwin with the kill. And it is match point for BJU, 24-17. It'll be Prater on the serve for BJU, trying to close this one out. BJU has had a lot of aces. What a time for another one here. Back corner, there it is! Sure enough, an ace finishes it. 25-17, 25-16, 25-17. BJU wins their regular season finale, notches their 25th win of the year, and avenges that earlier season loss to Carolina. Well, that ends the regular season for the Bruins volleyball team. What a year it has been. Had that rough start to the season and just turned it right around. Coach Denny doing another phenomenal job as always. Another 25-win season. And now coming up, it's the NCCAA Division II Regionals in Toccoa Falls coming up in just a little less than a week. Actually, in just a few days. So they'll prep for that trip, and they'll take a lot of momentum into it with a 6-match winning streak. Well, that'll do it for us from the Davis Fieldhouse for tonight. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Nate Warwick saying good night, God bless, and go Bruins.